Howdy folks, welcome back to Magicube. How's it going? We are making our way slowly but surely through these red puzzles. Last time we solved 33 after returning to it, and then we eventually solved 34, but like I wasn't entirely sure that I was getting towards the end, and then I suddenly was at the end. Anyway, 35 is next, let's do that. Let's have a look at you. Oh yeah, I remember seeing you last time. Do those count for my undo stack? No, jumping doesn't count. No, yeah. With a red on top of a ferry. We've got a staircase upwards. We've got a bridge blocking the pedestal. That's interesting. What would even make that go away? Oh yeah, that block over there. Okay. So that block has to be removed from that switch. 100%. There's nothing else that can happen. It's interesting that the way the block is on that switch allows me to push it in either direction. So in theory I could be pushing it into this pit or something. There's a red thing here to make this solid. And there's a staircase going upwards. Do I want to? Well, okay, so ways of getting up onto that platform would just be to have the red be solid, like here. So I can get onto that platform really easily, can't I? Yeah, okay, so clearly that's not the challenge. Yeah, no, that's released. The challenge is then getting everything back. Yeah. Understood. Understood. The challenge is getting back up onto these stairs. Well, not back up. I've not been onto them at all. Okay. So other ways of moving that block. Well, I've got to stand next to it. I've got to push it. So I'm climbing up there. Like, what if I'm pressing the red permanently? It's interesting that you'll be floating. That is interesting, isn't it? Obviously you won't be floating, you'll fall afterwards, but you are floating right now. So I can make you solid and be on the left of you. That is an interesting move, to head this way. So that is how this motion is done. And then I'm up here. Okay. Understood. Why is this a staircase in particular? I like the way the pillars in the background kind of explain how the stairs are held up. So getting up there is easy if I can push things back that way. However, like I think I need to be jumping off the yellow here or something. Okay, and what makes that not possible? Can I not get a yellow on top of here? Oh, not like that. Ooh, I can see something. I can see something. I think those stairs have another purpose. I can do this. Or something like that. Further up? No, I'm not going to be further up. Although I could be. Only by having pushed the red over to there, which I think is then not resolvable. I think I'm on the right track here. I am... If I do that... Oh, then can't I shuffle them all this way and then back again? Yes. Is that the whole... No. Because I can't push you left now. Well, except by doing this, but then I can't push those left. Also, even if I do what I'm doing, the greys are going to be here, here, and here. I'm almost certainly never pushing them back to the right. Yeah, I'm not. So if the greys are here, here, and here, I can't push them back to the right. So I need like a yellow on top of a red to get over to that block. I mean, maybe that's something I can do. It's totally something like this. Can I get the yellow leftwards? Please. No, because if I push it right, eventually these get stuck against the right-hand side. I can get it there. Oh, but I can do this. Ah, that's totally part of it. Okay. So can I just get the... But getting the... It doesn't solve things, right? I mean, okay, so this is interesting in that it lets me jump up there on top of the yellow. Maybe this does solve things, because then I've got the red to get on top of the thing. I think I might be done. I think I might be done. That. Oh no, but then, okay, now I've got the problem of the greys aren't pushable anymore. Is that 100% always a problem? Could it not be a problem? Like red's just floating around doing the thing. Well, I'm not going to climb up onto these stairs with just 2 blocks, so no, the greys need to come back. So how am I, without them going against the edge, how am I doing this? Without these going against the, how am I climbing up on here? Unless it's like the red that's there, but no, not the red. Or the yellow that's there and the red on top of it. Sure, I could then get rid of the yellow, but the red would be here? I guess it would be floating, which isn't... But also I can't have any of this, unless I sacrifice a grey on the right. Solid red on top of here, jump up there, release the bridge. I've then got a red on top of a yellow that will fall if I get rid of the yellow, or that will float if I get rid of the solidness of the red. But that would only happen by, I can only get rid of the solidness of the red by putting a yellow on here, but the yellow is involved, so no. Okay, how am I climbing up onto this thing? How am I climbing up onto this thing without getting these grey blocks stuck? I keep thinking like, oh, if I've got floating blocks, I can make a staircase without something underneath it. But no, I don't have floating blocks. I have a floating to-be a block. a floating potential block, but not an actual floating block. And I'm clearly not climbing it over this way. I'm climbing back onto these stairs after having been up there. I mean, is it possible that I'm like climbing onto these stairs and then jumping left to get onto that? No. I mean, it's very far distance. I'd have to have a stack of things over here, which I wouldn't have because I needed a stack over here to climb onto this. Okay, so I think I'm just missing, like, how do I do this and not lose access to those blocks? Oh, no way. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. What I'm thinking about is if the red was... I can't make a roll... I can't... Okay. That's an impossibility. I'm keeping, once again, imagining a solid floating block. It's like, oh, can I put the red in here? And then make the pit smaller, basically? And then I can just, like, push things out. But no, that's not how that works. It's not a floating solid block. Okay. So there's no pushing those away from there. So they don't want to go there. So then how do I make this jump? Well, there has to be something to the left. And what's it on top of? It's on top of either yellow or red, I guess. Well, maybe it's red then. And... okay, so what would it take to just like... okay, back over here. What if I lose... I don't want to lose any. I could make red solid and drop it temporarily. And I could easily do this, push you there, but then I don't have a yellow on top to stack on top of you anymore. Even if I did, well then the red wouldn't be solid. So I'd have to have lost a grey down there, which I think is bad, because then how do I shepherd? Shepherd? Sure. How do I shepherd the things back over? I can't bring the yellow back after doing that. No, this is bad. Okay. So what isn't bad? Like, this is obviously the most interesting thing I've done so far. Just from a Magicube style, have to do something wild and weird. And also this move, or like, is also clearly something I want to do at some point. I don't know why though. There's no climbing higher. Oh, I mean, there is climbing higher, but only if I mean, there's climbing higher here now? Is that somehow useful? I gotta push that block off there. I could jump onto a tower there. Above the door, if I wanted to, but I don't have a tower. I can obviously embed the red in the yellow, sort of. Am I missing something obvious? The fact that I can step around the back of this as well is interesting. It's interesting that standing on this would allow me to make, in theory, make a 3 tall tower. Is that something I want? Is that something I want? 3 tall tower? No, it doesn't let me get anywhere. It certainly doesn't let me climb on top of those steps. I need to be able to push these back, right? I absolutely have to be able to push these back. So if I push a grey onto there, I could have my yellow be part of the 3 long ferry. And I push the red on top, get the red over there, we jump up, but then the red's solid forever. Yellow's part of the 3 long ferry, red's being pushed over, we jump up, it still doesn't allow us to push red back away. And I can't... what I'm currently thinking is best is yellow, red on top. Why do I think that's best? Because then, okay, so that implies that one of the greys is like already down here. So that's solid forever. That's not good. That's clearly not good. Like, that would be good if I could somehow make red not solid again. Like, I'd jump on top of red, I'd spawn a yellow on top of these again, I'd push it over there, I'd climb up on the steps, and I'd be done. That would mean making this not solid again, which means having the yellow on there, not the greys. But the only reason that idea worked, in my head at least, was because the thing on the... like, I'd be able to... I'd want to do something where I get rid of both the red in its current position, as in I make it not solid, and I make the yellow beneath it. Imagine the block beneath it was yellow. if I could make that disappear, I'd fall down and be able to push these grey blocks to the right again. Although, to what end? I need a yellow on top of here somehow. It is interesting that I can shoot back to the right, but I cannot push anything that way. I mean, I could if it had been a red there. If the red were at the bottom and the yellow were on top, again that requires sacrificing a red, which I just don't think's ever going to be good, because then, sorry, sacrificing a grey, because then I never have like a permanent something or other. I never have a permanent ferry. Like if I could, let's say I have a ferry that's 3 long, and I could make the leftmost thing of the ferry disappear, and I could get in and push the 2 remaining ones to the right. Well, then I don't have a complete ferry. Unless I can make it complete again by like adding a block to the side of it and then pushing, but then what block's on top? Whatever block's here is going to get stuck here, right? Well, but that was yellow, wasn't it? In that imaginary scenario, it was red below, yellow on top. But then we just got red stuck down there instead. It's not at all feasible that we're filling in this pit and doing something with that, right? No. How would I ever climb up this bit with a staircase with like 3 blocks I'd need? But to push things out of this space, I'd need 4 in there, and I've only got 2 left. One of the ones in there can be yellow. But I'm never ferrying stuff back over, right? Yeah. Ferrying then becomes impossible. So something would fall. Unless... because I do have... okay. I guess that's interesting. Let's get back to this. So one thing I just want to check is if I... do I have a nice way of checking it? I don't, do I? If I lose a block... what's the thinking? The thinking is that with... like I can ferry a red along on 2 blocks by making it solid. Can I? Can I really? Maybe with the help of the yellow as well. Imagine I had 2 blocks, so this one on the left wasn't here. What would I do? Well, I can't push it now, so I'd have to push these. I'd put the yellow here. I'd want this to be solid somehow. So I'd have to put the yellow on there. I don't know if I can ferry a red on 2 blocks. Unless I can like push and it become hollow at the same time. Which isn't going to be a thing. Push, become hollow. No. Yeah, in this situation, you can be solid now. I'd push you. You wouldn't be solid because of this. Well, unless of course that were a grey, but then I've got 3 greys down here, in which case it's not shepherding, it's not ferrying on 3 greys. Okay. However, I do not want to lose these to this, right? So therefore, either a yellow or a red is the leftmost one. Is there some other way up there? From those? I don't think so. From the staircase, like I jump left and I land on top of something here that allows me to jump over. What would be here if I also needed to get on top of the stairs? Nothing. Nothing at all. I can't separate any of these greys at all as well, unless I like drop them in the pits or in here. So that's another interesting thing here. Okay, this is very limiting then. So if I'm ferrying back over, I need either this to be a yellow or to be a red, but I've crossed both of those off my list, right? The red would have to be on top. I'd jump on the red, I'd jump up there, I'd release the bridge. Great. But then I can't push the red right. Do I need to push the red right? Not necessarily. But also I can't have that. I can't have the red on top of the yellow here. Because the yellow needs to be on there. In order for the red to be solid. Unless there's a grey block on there. I'm definitely going around in loops, but I need to cross things off. I need to okay, to avoid going around in loops, I need to think about what my options are. And then tick them off when I've considered them and decided that it's not possible. Okay, so my options are, I'm going to actually write it down on my whiteboard. Yellow block on left. With the only one thing on top of it is red on top of it. Red on top. Now, the issue with this is, well, first of all, I'd have to sacrifice to grey. Okay. In order for the red to be solid. That would have to be pressed over there. So then I've got red, where I'm standing would be red, yellow, grey, grey. Red, yellow, grey, grey. Sure, that allows it. I don't think I'm ever recovering the red at that point. It's like floating here, I'd have to push it right somehow. It's not going to happen. That's the thing I'm struggling with. So red's gone. I can get rid of the yellow. But the red is permanently solid, so I'd have to also I guess well, if I got rid of the yellow, the red would fall, so I'd have to push the red off into the pit, I think, and then get yellow to disappear, and then I could push these two. I have two greys here, be a red in the pit. I'd have my yellow, my yellow would be wherever. I'd have two things, but with two things I cannot then get onto this, as far as I can tell. Yeah, there'd be no climbing up onto here because I'd have to have the yellow on top of them and shepherd it over, but I can't do that. I keep switching with shepherd and ferry. Same thing. What's the difference? Spawn a thing, it falls, it lands, but I can't ferry it over. Just two grey blocks, and the red would be down there, so we'd be stuck. So I'm crossing that off my list. Yellow on left, red on top. It's gone. Okay. So then the other option, there's only one other option, right? Is red at the bottom, yellow on top. Which again means sacrificing a grey, in which case I don't have. Okay, we're going to write it down anyway. Red on left. Yellow on top. Okay, let's imagine it. So for that to even work, we don't want yellow to fall, so red would have to be solid, so it'd have to be a grey on here. Red on left, yellow on top, so yellow's further up than it currently is. I jump up, I push the thing to the left, the bridge opens, great. We still have yellow on top, red at the bottom. To start pushing things back to the right. Well, I couldn't push yellow back to the right, but I can get rid of yellow. And red's at the bottom, and I can't push that to the right, it would be stuck. So I'd have two grey blocks, and yeah, okay, so neither of those options is correct. Therefore, this puzzle is not solvable. Woohoo! I guess I can just move on then. Well, so the other options are, well, it's not grey on top. Grey on top's not an option, unless it's that grey, but I'd have to get up there to do that in the first place. The other option are just these do get stuck here, and that's somehow okay. Or like I can like... Now the thing is, if I could get rid of one and like recover the others, that would maybe be slightly better. Okay, hold on. I totally feel that I'm doing stuff correctly here. Like, it's such a Magicube thing to do. Not that. And then this is such a Magicube thing to do. Unless, maybe I am just pushing stuff in the pit. Maybe that's fine somehow. Because I've got one thing up there to push in the pit. And maybe I'd like push one of these. We jump up. We push this with a yellow. I need way more stuff. Maybe I could do this much. I could push you that way. Okay, this is what I've got left. Oh, if we'd moved red over... No, if we'd moved red over, I wouldn't be able to make it solid. Except by doing this, but then it would fall. Oh, but I could do this. Do this. Jump. Okay. Got it. Move red over. Because that whole time it was like pretty much just not doing anything for me, right? Oh no, this is actually complicated. I had to take it over there. And I have to keep yellow up on... What? I have to keep yellow up on this and get red to the right. I think I'm on the right track though. This has opened up options. How do I get red over there in such a way that I'm okay with that? Like maybe I just do it early? Maybe I'm overcomplicating. I think I am overcomplicating because I can just do this, right? And then do this. Yeah, but I don't want... actually, there is fine. There is fine. Okay, I think the puzzle's solved. Oh my gosh, these puzzles. I think it's solved. Is it solved? So I'm doing this and this and this. And then pushing this down with yellow on top. Then pushing another one down and bringing that this way. Who knew that filling in the pit would be the thing I have to do? Yeah, this is it. And then, jump. Oh, wait, that is makeable, right? Yes. Yay. Alrighty, we're definitely saving this for next time. It's similar. Well, we're not looking at it. Let's not look at it. Okay, alright. I just closed my eyes, I guess. I can do this. Why don't I just do that? Okay, 2 red puzzles left. I think we just got 1 done then, right? But it was cool. It was a very fun puzzle. 2 reds left. We're getting close. 41 to 45. I'm confused about this. Okay, so this unlocks if I get 40. What is it though? Is it the credits or is it more levels? Who knows? But yeah, okay. See you next time. We'll do level 36. Goodbye.